In case you guys missed yesterday's news, GTA 6 is now releasing in fall 2025 instead of calendar year 2025. We don't have an exact release date, but the parent company of Rockstar Games, Take-Two Interactive, has now narrowed it down to about 3 months. And the CEO and chairman of Take-Two Interactive not only answered a ton of questions on that call about GTA 6's new release date, but also did some interviews with various websites and media outlets talking about the same thing. So in today's video, we're going to be going over all of his responses to the Grand Theft Auto 6 questions and what he had to say. So let's start with the Take-Two Interactive earnings call, and we begin with Mike Hickey from the Benchmark Company, who asked Strauss, in your prepared comments you mentioned that your expectations for the commercial impact from GTA 6 have increased. I'm just curious if you could explain what's driving up enthusiasm for the game. And then the second question on your guidance, curious why you're not providing medium term. You've done that before, and it feels like here you have at least better visibility on the primary catalyst driving growth. And then on 27, tying into that question, wondering where your confidence is that you can grow sequentially off 26. Is that sort of primarily the GTA ecosystem driving that growth in 2027, or is it a combination of that and other AAA games you plan to release? With Strauss saying, thanks Mike for those questions, I think our confidence continues to increase just because Grand Theft Auto 5 continues to perform so well. We've now sold in over 200 million units, and every quarter we continue to be pleased by the ongoing sales of the game. And engagement in the past fiscal year with GTA 5 was up about 35%, and GTA Online about 23%, I believe. That's extraordinarily growth at this stage of the game, more than 10 years after the initial release, so I feel as though the market anticipation is at a fever pitch. And of course, expectations are very high everywhere in this boardroom and all around the world for the perfection of what Rockstar typically delivers. So basically, Strauss-Zelnick has confidence in GTA 6 for two reasons. Number one, GTA 5 continues to perform so well, selling over 200 million units. You can only imagine what down the road GTA 6 will do. And B, he believes in part of that is because of the market's anticipation of the next game, Grand Theft Auto 6. And he uses the word perfection again to describe Rockstar's expectations for not only Take-Two Interactive, but also fans around the world. Now, anyways, let's move on. Martin Yang from Oppenheimer & Company said, first question on GTA 6 with the narrowed release of the window. Is there any associated changes to your plan regarding the live services portion of GTA 6? With Strauss saying, so Rockstar hasn't given any details on what its expectations are for the release. It's been a wonderful trailer that they put out that broke the internet, and more news will come from Rockstar in the fullness of time. We talked about him using that phrase yesterday, fullness of time. I do wonder what that means. Again, when I'm recording this video, which is the day after that call on Friday, May 17th, Rockstar has not provided any additional information. It was weird that this sort of news and info was broken on a Take-Two Interactive earnings call instead of a Rockstar Games newswire or press release that we now have a new release window of fall 2025. I thought, if anything, that sort of announcement might have come with its own set of screenshots or slightly new bits of information, just like what happened when Red Dead Redemption 2 was delayed to 2018. Rockstar Games did the exact same thing, sort of softening the blow of the delay with screenshots and information about the game. The next question comes from Jason Bazinet from Citigroup. He said, I just had one question on GTA 6, the narrowing from calendar 25 to the fall of 25. Do you think there's an ancillary benefit to that sort of syncing up with the holiday season? Or do you feel like GTA is such a powerful franchise that it really doesn't confer any sort of incremental benefit? And Strauss said, well, it probably doesn't matter. I think we'd rather be in the release window that we're looking at right now. That, I think, is mightily important, that Take-Two Interactive would prefer this game to come out in fall if it's going to happen in any season during the year. Think about GTA 5 releasing September 17th, 2013, just a couple of months before the holidays. Think about Red Dead Redemption 2 releasing on October 26, 2018, just about a month and a half before the holidays are here. That seems to be a really good time for Rockstar Games, and it certainly seems to be a good time for Take-Two Interactive. So this, for me, is good news that they won't want the game to come out of the fall season, which means another delay is highly unlikely. Now, moving on, we heard from Chris Schoell from UBS, who said, we saw Rockstar announce a price increase for GTA Plus. I recognize it's been several years, but can you help us think through the rationale? And as you look forward to GTA 6, What are your latest thoughts around the pricing dynamics for the franchise or your portfolio in general as these games continue to get larger with more robust experiences? With Strauss saying, look, there's more content constantly being made available, and we really aim to deliver great value at any given time. So we're focused on delivering more value than what we charge, and that's sort of the rubric. Anytime we establish a price, we want to make sure that it's good news for the consumers, that the experience vastly over-delivers in the context of the cost. And I think this was a roundabout way of saying if we think we're providing more than what we were originally doing, we're going to raise the price. And honestly, I feel like this should be kind of an initial signaling that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be a little bit more expensive than the traditional video game, which is reasonably been priced at about $60. I would expect that the standard version of GTA 6 will probably cost around $70, and there will be other editions of the game. I'm assuming like a collector's edition, a premium edition that will be even more expensive. But Strauss-Zelnick is certainly no dummy here. He understands how long Rockstar has worked on this game. He also understands how much content they're going to pack into it. And if he can squeeze out $10 more from each purchase, which if you think about it, if it sells 200 million, just multiply that by 10, that's a lot of money. So it is significant for Rockstar. It's significant for Take-Two Interactive. Don't be surprised if GTA 6 is a little bit more expensive. And the last question from Omar Dasoki from Bank of America Merrill Lynch said, so is there any more color at all you can give on how you're going to grow sequentially in fiscal 27 after lapping just such a tough comp in fiscal 26? When GTA 6 is going to launch. It just seems counterintuitive. When I look back at the last two times Rockstar released a mega title, Red Dead Redemption in fiscal 19, fiscal 20 did not grow. In Grand Theft Auto 5 and fiscal 14, fiscal 15 was down 30%. I'm just kind of trying to square a couple of the things here. Will it be Rockstar that continues to drive that growth in fiscal 27? Any more color would be great. And Strauss said, yeah, that's a fair question. Look, the business has really changed, certainly since 2019, and absolutely since 2015, and in ways that are obvious now and in ways that we will project in the future. The sequential growth is driven by our overall pipeline, and we're now a large and diversified company, and we do have GTA 6 coming. We have great aspirations for GTA 6, and as I said earlier, we've been selling full game Grand Theft Auto 5 for over 10 years now, and we continue to sell more in a given year than most other standalone releases sell in their first year, even at our big competitors' company. So we actually think there's a compelling case that the full game sales will continue to be robust for years to come, and equally, we have a pipeline both announced and unannounced that's very exciting. The next couple of paragraphs are mostly about mobile and how they want to expand outside of the US and Western European markets. But then he finishes by saying, to put your mind at ease, this isn't a, stick your finger in your mouth and hold it in the air and hope for the best kind of number. This is driven by our release schedule and our pipeline. And Strauss just seems very confident here with Grand Theft Auto 6 being something that can sustain them for years to come and is absolutely going to be a mega hit. Now, those were all of the questions that Take-Two Interactive CEO and Chairman Strauss-Zelnick answered on their earnings call just the other day. I will leave a link to a transcript in the description if you guys are interested, but it's just refreshing to not only, number one, see Take-Two Interactive sort of give us a nice little nugget of information that the game is coming out in fall 2025, but also be so confident not only in that release date, but also in the game itself, even though the world and everyone has only seen one official trailer. So this really is good news here. We might have to be patient all the way around, but things seem to be trending in a positive direction. But anyways, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. What do you think of the comments that Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss-Zelnick said on the latest earnings call? Do you agree with him? Disagree with him? What do you think of the fall 2025 release date? If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA 6 videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.